Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my November favorites, and I actually have quite a few this time. I know in the past I've typically had between 3 and 5, and this time I feel like I have a lot, so we will go ahead and get into this. First, I have a couple of makeup products. The first one being the Kylie Jenner Kyshadow Burgundy palette. I have noticed that I have really been reaching for, especially the gold shade and the burgundy shade in the middle row here, but those two seem to be my favorite. They're the ones I used in my Kyshadow review, which I will link that in the cards just above my head, so if you haven't seen that video, definitely click on that and check it out. It is a really great palette. I've really enjoyed it, and it is holding up so well. So if it ever comes back, get it. Not that it will probably, but it's a really good one. I'm loving it. And the next thing I have makeup wise is the Stila Starlight Star Bright highlighting palette, and it is beautiful. You get 3 shades. The middle one is called Kitten, and that's the one I definitely use the most. The more bronzy one is called Bronze, and I usually use that one more like a cream eyeshadow because it's just really dark and I'm really fair. And then the pink one is called Transcendence, and it is very, I guess you could say, it's not pink like that when you put it on your skin. It's more holographic-y, and you kind of get that. It's very hard to describe. I do not know how to describe it. But I will say it's a great little palette, and I have loved it. And it's really interesting because the product itself isn't like a powder. It is kind of bouncy, like creamy, but also like gel-like. It's very interesting. You need to go into an Ulta somewhere and just touch it because it feels so cool. And when I did that, when I saw Tati's video talking about the highlights that you needed for this Christmas season, this was one of them. And when she said that it was such an interesting texture, I had to go in, and as soon as I touched it, fell in love with it, bought it. I've been loving it. It's well worth the money. And then the next thing I've got that's kind of makeup, kind of not. I have a couple of brushes that I've really been liking, and they're actually really cheap brushes, but they're fabulous. The first one is this Wet n Wild blending brush, and then the Flower Beauty, it's like their blending brush. It's called the E01, I don't know. They are fabulous. This one is really great and dense, so you can really pack shadow on the lid with that. And then the Wet n Wild one, it has worked really well with my ColourPop eyeshadows, so that kind of cream texture, but it really picks it up well and then transfers it to the eye really well in a very good color. And the next thing I've got is a skincare product, and it is the Strivectin Tightening Neck Serum Roller, and I have got a couple of rings on my neck, and they have been driving me crazy because I'm only 23, and so I feel old having those wrinkles on my neck. But this is absolutely fabulous. You're supposed to use it morning and night, and I've been using it like once a day, not 2 times a day. But you just pull the lid right off. It's got the roller on here already. You twist it to on, squeeze it, and roll it on your neck a little bit, turn it back to off, roll it in some more, and you're really supposed to roll more up to lift the skin, but it has been doing fabulously. Like the second day that I used it, I noticed a difference, and especially wherever I start, I can see the biggest difference. I don't know if that's just my imagination, but that is how it's appearing to me. Great product, super expensive, so I hate that when I run out of this, I'll have to repurchase it because I do really love it. And then the next thing I've got is a body product, and it is the Origins Ginger Whipped Body Cream. And it is a very light body cream. It's not thick like some other body butters that you might think of, but the smell is what really gets me. It just smells so good, so fresh. I could smell this all day, and when I put it on, I can smell it all day. It's really fabulous. Great product. And Origins has such great smell, so it is kind of a natural smell. If you don't like those natural smells, you won't love this, but if you do, you will. And then my final favorite for the month is another activity. I actually got to go see Jon Bellion in concert, and if you all saw my September favorites, I think it was, I talk about how I had recently found him and I was really enjoying his music, and he had a concert here where I live and the tickets were only about $20 a piece. So my husband and I got to go to the Jon Bellion concert and it was so much fun. I did get a hat and a t-shirt, the t-shirt's in the dirty clothes because I've worn it, and the hat I have been wearing out. I am obsessed with it. It says Beautiful Mind. The t-shirt says that on the front as well, and then has the tour dates on the back. I thought that was the best shirt for me to remember everything. But it was one of the best concerts I've been to. I will say it was a little bit long and it was on a school night right before a test. But oh well, experiences are way more important than forcing yourself to do things that you don't necessarily love. So I got to go out and see an artist that I really enjoyed, even though I didn't study as much as I would have liked to for my test. So that is all of my favorites for this month, and I hope you all have enjoyed this. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Please leave me your favorites down in the comments below. I would love to read what you all have been loving and maybe find some new products that I need to test out. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so that you get notified when I'm posting new videos. And I post every Monday at about 6 o'clock. And I will see you all next Monday. Bye. OP. Go. OP. Can I help you? I'll play with you in a second.